Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 genius ideas you've never seen before. So we all know famous inventions which are amazing, like iPhones and cars, but literally everyone's heard of or even has them. However, these are some ideas that you've never even seen before, let alone own. Get ready to have your mind blown, as I didn't even know some of this stuff existed. But first, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming in at number 10, we have road paintings. So we all know that on every road there are paintings. This usually consists of a white or yellow line separating the road, but in Japan you'll see other paintings on the road. The paintings are like this. Now, this may not look like a painting and instead looks like a little girl playing with a ball in the road, but that's simply because this is a 3D painting. In some Japanese cities, they got people to paint these on the roads. This makes drivers think there's somebody on the roads, so they slow down. Of course, when they get near to it, they realize it's simply a painting, but by that time, they've already slowed down and made the road safer. Sometimes speed signs just don't do it. Now, this may be kind of a scary trick for drivers, but it does work. But do you think these are a good idea or not? Next up is staff. So we all go shopping from time to time. Sometimes it's useful when a store worker comes up to you and asks if you want help. But sometimes you simply don't want any help and it's kind of annoying. But instead of shoppers having to tell workers to back off, one Japanese store invented this. As you can see, there are two kinds of shopping carts. There's a green one which you can take for if you want to do shopping yourself, or if you need help you can take an orange shopping cart. That way store workers can look at your shopping cart and then come up to you depending on your basket color. If you have a green basket, they'll leave you be, but if you have an orange basket, they'll come and ask if you want help. This is a really genius idea which can save shoppers and employees a lot of time. Do you think this is necessary, or should they add these into every shop? Next up is fun dentist. So nobody likes going to the dentist, especially kids for that matter. Not only do some people find it kind of scary, but it's definitely boring. You're just staring up at a ceiling while some guy looks in your mouth. Well, that is why one dentist decided to make his checkups fun. As you can see on his ceiling panels, he installed a giant game of Where's Wally, or Where's Waldo as it's called in some other countries. This way kids can have fun and be less scared of the dentist. And even adults can use this to stop getting bored. I just hope this guy changes the puzzle once in a while, otherwise it could get kind of boring and easy every single time you go. Then again, if you have to take morphine at the dentist, looking at this could get kind of trippy. Next up is trash basket. So we all know that trash cans are everywhere in public, but you do still see litter lying around. Some people are simply too lazy to walk over to the trash can, so they simply litter. Well, one city found a way to stop this, and they did that by making putting things in the trash more fun. They installed a small basketball basket onto every trash can. That way people don't even have to walk over and can simply score a shot. Also, it kind of makes putting things into the trash fun. This is definitely a great way to encourage more people to stop littering. Just make sure you're a good shot before you use this, otherwise you could end up with more litter around the bin.
President Bush is in one of those ruts at the moment.
Next up is fickle shop. So we've all been there. You pick something out at the store and then change your mind last minute. You then either have to feel guilty by dumping it on a random shelf, or you simply buy it even though you don't want it. Well, that is why one shop decided to make something very clever. They put a special shelf by the checkout saying don't want it after all, please place it here. So if you have a second thought and you decide you don't actually want an item, you can simply put it there instead of just dumping it someplace. This is definitely a great idea, but it could kind of ruin it for any kids who sneak candy into their parents' shopping carts. Next up is doggy fountain. So water fountains in public places can be very useful, but one thing there's not many of is water fountains for dogs. In some very hot places this can become a problem, and some people even let their dogs use water fountains, which is just gross. So that is why this park's water fountains look like this. You may be wondering why they're this odd shape, but if you look below you'll see. There's actually an area where water trickles down for dogs to use. This way both humans and animals can use the fountain and still be hygienic. Next up is coffee cubes. So this is a very genius solution to an everyday problem. How annoying is it when you go to somewhere like Starbucks, order an iced coffee, but then you realize it's mostly water? That is because of all the ice in the drink which melts and then waters it down. So you're pretty much not getting what you pay for. Well, at this coffee shop, they actually use frozen coffee as ice cubes. This way your coffee's not going to get watered down and you're not paying for nothing. This really is a genius invention which more coffee stores need to start doing. It's so simple, yet it is a very creative solution to an everyday problem. Next up is pet area. So in airports, there's a lot of utilities. There are bars, restaurants, and even places of worship. But one thing there isn't is a place for pets. Some people take their pets traveling, which can be a very annoying thing to do. But this airport has an awesome pet relief area. This is an area where pets can relieve themselves and also have some fun. This must take away a lot of stress while traveling with pets. Not just for the human, but for the pet too. Let me know if you guys have ever seen an airport with one of these. I have to say it is an awesome idea. Next up is modern homework. So in the past, teachers used to give you your homework and then leave you to it. But in the 21st century, we have awesome ways to help. But this teacher goes above and beyond and may be the coolest teacher I've ever seen. With every single homework sheet they give out, they include a barcode on it. Students can then scan this barcode with an app and then it opens up a tutorial on YouTube. For example, on this fractions and decimal work, a fractions and decimal tutorial video opens when you scan the barcode. This is a really genius thing and I'm not even sure how the teacher set this up, but I have to say it's very kind of them to have done this. I wish some of my teachers would have done this when I was in school. Let me know if your teachers do this or anything even cooler. Next up is Winter Simulator. So have you ever had to buy something for cold weather when it wasn't actually cold? We all know the feeling and you're not sure how effective your jacket's gonna be. Well, that is why one winter sports shop has a winter simulator. I didn't even know such a thing existed, but it's basically a very cold room. The room is locked tight and is ice cold. You can simply wear your jacket in there and you can test out how it would be in the winter, even if it's boiling hot. I just hope nobody's ever got locked in one of these things. But did you guys even realize that winter simulators existed? It sounds like one of those games like Tractor Simulator. I wonder what would be more fun, Tractor Simulator or being stuck in this freezing cold room. I'm leaning more towards the cold room. Next up is RIPENESS sticker. So this is another store problem solved with a very creative solution. How many times have you been in a store and you're not sure how ripe a fruit is? There are ways to check like the color or the feeling, but sometimes you just want to know. Well, that is why somebody created this awesome sticker. As you can see on this avocado, there's a color scheme saying what's not ripe, firm ripe, and soft ripe. You can then directly link up the sticker color to the avocado color. For example, this avocado is soft ripe. This is a very genius invention which could save a whole lot of time and squeezing. I wish they had this in my store, but I guess this is a futuristic invention coming to the world soon. Next up is skateboard parking. So bike locks have been around forever, but if you're a skater then that's simply not the case. You may be wondering, how do you even lock up a skateboard? Well, that is where these skateboard locks come in. As you can see, they're rings which attach to the side of a wall. You can then put your skateboard on there and then lock the top ring. This means your skateboard won't be able to be stolen by anyone. This is a really genius idea and somebody needs to send one of these things to Casey Neistat. Seriously, just imagine how many skateboards would be saved with this amazing invention. You can actually buy one of these things yourself, so maybe it's something to invest in if you ride skateboards a lot. Next up is custom ATM. So we've all taken money out of an ATM before and then it gives you a really awkward amount. For example, if you take out $100 and it gives you a $100 bill which no stores accept. Well, that is why this awesome custom ATM allows you to pick which money you get. For example, if you're taking out $40, you could choose to have it as 4 10s or 2 20s. The possibilities here are endless and it's really genius. This allows you to pay the exact amount you want. And if you want to feel like you're balling out, then you can even take it out in all $1 bills. That's right, this ATM is like GTA in real life. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the most amazing invention on this list. For me, I think it's gotta be the custom ATM, as that could be super useful. Be sure to check out my second channel if you want to see more amazing videos. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s for new videos every day.